Yo, man, we back at it again. You already know what it is.
Know
Hey,
what it
I
is,
promise.
man.
I promise we didn't coordinate this. This was right on screen. We're like, oh shit, we both wearing orange.
We got on the oranges, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
know.
Had to get that little pop of color for this National Early Signing Day, man.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, lot to talk about. Lot to talk about. Let's get into it, man. You already know. Here's the intro.
Welcome to the You Heard Podcast.
I'm hurt, dog.
Ben and Joe break down all things Miami Hurricanes football.
Don't ask me if I'm all right. Hell no.
From hot topics to pre- and post-game analysis.
Joaquin said dominate, and we not doing it.
You heard.
I put my heart in this, dog.
Fan.
Yeah, my
This
guy's not drinking today because he's a little under the weather.
Hey, man, you know.
So we gonna toast it up. Bong,
toast
he
it up,
got his
man.
water. I got my little thing, and you know.
Water is the key to life, man. You know what I mean? Like, can't always be drinking, but trust me, I'm toasting
No
it up
doubt.
with you. Fam,
No
look, before we get into this crazy ass recruiting class,
Beautiful day.
beautiful day. Like,
yes.
we're not gonna be negative. We're gonna have a conversation later on. We're gonna keep it 100 with you as we always do. This is still, and I'm gonna ask you this question again, Joe. This is still the craziest experience in the offseason that I can remember, fam. From 5 and 7 to number 3 or 4, depending on the recruiting ranking that you follow. It's wild. Wild. You got any kind of idea?
I'm not getting gas, man. I'm still not doing it. I'm not getting gas, man. I love who's coming. You know what I mean? I like the mix of the class. You know, I like the dog mentality I see coming, but you know, I don't know what you're gonna be once you get on Green Tree, man. I don't know. I gotta see it.
This is purely based. I'm not that guy that like, oh, we win 10, 12 games next year,
right?
ACC championship, but this is all freshman class. Like, we got a couple transfer coming in and all that. I'm not that guy telling you that. No, and then I'm gonna be disappointed at some shit I told myself, which doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, just off the stars, right? The stars, even though shout out to Jaden Wayne, stars don't matter no more.
Facts.
That was high school.
Facts.
This is college. The work is different.
Everybody the man in high school.
Exactly. You was cool in high school. This is different now.
Yeah.
Just the fact that for the consensus, right, from the people who are the analysts, the people who are supposed to know, to do this off of 5 and 7 season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, to have the conversation with you, to flip a Damari Brown, to get a Francisco Maigoa to come here, to get a Francis Maigoa to come here off of really no track record, right? Because like I always say, people listen and watching, like, these kids don't know our history. They gotta YouTube it. They ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't seen us be good. And they come in here. Is just a huge credit to Mario and the staff, man. And I really have no complaints, even right now with the money situation. You know what I mean? Like, that sucked the air out of the room, and everybody's like, no. I was like, fam, like, we still number 3. Like, even without, you know what I'm saying? That, like, you're not gonna get everybody. There's gonna be flips. This is big boy hunting. This is gonna be different.
Facts. Yeah, I don't have a problem, man. You know what I mean? I wish that situation, the money situation, was different. You know, we don't know what's gonna happen, so wilding out about it doesn't make sense. You know, not right now. You know, but you know, with him excluded, son, I'm good. Money. You know what I mean?
Son, the Damari pickup was huge.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, just seeing, like, Samson. Like,
I
we don't
was
know
good.
what none of these.
Full disclosure, I was good after Samson picked the U. I was good after he.
Yeah, me too.
Committed, I was good money. I was like, hey, we good.
And that, son, we talking on this. We didn't even mention Mark Fletcher. You know what I'm saying? Like Mark Fletcher pickup, Damari pickup were just the bonus. I was good after Samson. I was like, yo, this is a hell of a build. You get a number 1 and number 3 offensive tackle. Next year would be dope. Now it's just, I'm gonna be mad at, like, more icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Situation doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Listen, man, like we're gonna address that with like the reaction of it in a second, right? Like later on in the show.
Yes.
But I will never ever be that guy to get mad for these young men making the biggest decision of their life for a year. Because with NIL, everything's different. You see the Travis Hunters, and I'm saying after a year, you could just leave. So getting mad about it really doesn't make sense because that's an old school way of thinking, right? Like these aren't the next 3 to 4 years. Well, NIL, it's a one and done for all these kids, and they could go to another school. So bashing them right after and letting that bring down the high of the biggest recruiting class you've ever seen doesn't make sense. Like that just shows how battered and how hurt we are as a fan base that we latched on to the negative so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's just rumors and innuendo, right? Like we really don't know what's going to happen. If he flips to another school, salute to him, man. Wish you all the best.
Yep.
That we have no right, we have no entitlement, we have no ownership of what you think you should do. That's all on you and your family, man. We don't factor into any of that shit.
Facts.
But fam, like this, I keep names keep hitting me. Jaden Wayne, Marcellus Pulliam, Ruben Bain. Like these are names that we can never say before.
Facts.
To this level of talent and this level of production in high school.
Yep. My guy Popo, my guy Popo. You know what I mean?
See what I'm saying?
Man, about to be, yeah, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. It's just we was talking about this earlier. You know, we realized that, you know, all fan bases do the same thing, right? You got knuckleheads in every fan base. But if you haven't noticed, we're a Miami podcast, you know what I mean? So we're just worried about what's going on over here.
Yep.
And, you know, just and really someone said that it doesn't make sense to even talk about it because people are going to do their own thing. And I kind of thought about that and you're right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I just want people to be careful with that because this could leak out into a serious situation in person. You know what I mean? Like the things you say on Twitter, how you disrespecting people's parents and, you know, disrespecting kids could come back on you because we all outside. You know what I mean? Everybody's outside. Everybody knows your location. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I put my location up all the time. When I'm in Miami, when I'm at a game, you know where I'm at.
Yeah.
You know what tailgate I'm at and everything. So I'm sure, you know, people will know what tailgate you at. If you're talking about somebody's mother, talking about somebody's wife, talking about somebody, you know what I mean, somebody's sister, somebody might see you. You know what I mean? So that's all we talking about, man. Like, yeah, man. Why get disrespectful, you know, to somebody who has nothing to do with you personally? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've never understood it. Like the decisions of these young men have nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with how you live your life, son. And if it does, you need to make some changes. You know what I mean? If this is affecting you that much, you need to make some changes, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Like, fam, like to be so ungrateful, right? And so angry and so bitter that you can't realize what Mario just pulled off with this class.
Yeah.
And that's all you could latch onto, and that's all your tweets. Fam, you need to talk to somebody.
Yeah. It's something seriously going on with you. You know what I mean? So
man, like Samson Okunlola is gonna be here in January. Francis Magoa, Tommy Kinsler, Peyton Kirkland, right?
Peyton Kirkland. We ain't get Peyton Kirkland. He flipped.
He's going to Texas. Texas. That's right. PK going to Texas. Antonio Tripp. Shout out to Antonio Tripp, man. These core group of young men that stayed throughout all that shit, throughout the 5 and 7, throughout the fan base bashing itself, through all that, they stay strong and never wavered. Shows like out of anything, like shows true character and personality from these young men that I don't think other classes could have handled, man. Because this what like we saw the tweets, man. We saw Twitter, we saw the Facebook posts, Instagram posts. Like it was negative out here, right? And all these kids saw that and so like, nah, man, we gonna be the change. So I'm applauding every single one of these kids, every single one of these young men that stuck with it and just never wavered. And that's a true testament to what Mario tells these kids, because you said it right, like he keeps it 100 with them, but the trust that those kids have to have with him has to be different, because all these kids could have gone to any other top 5, top 10 school. Like it's not like we getting kids against Appalachian State or you know what I'm saying, or anything like that. This is different. So it's crazy, man. What you got?
So let's get into yeah, we it wasn't no rant, you know what I mean? We was feeling a little way earlier, but you know, we both grown, you know what I mean? So we're not gonna let it get crazy, you know.
No, not at all.
And you know where we at, you know, if you want to comment or you know, see us at any point, we outside.
Yeah, we out here to be seen, man. We ain't scared.
We outside.
We outside, man. Like you see our faces, you know what it is.
Yeah. Let's get into this class, man. We got something. We got something. Hey, yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, listen, before let's change the energy in the room, baby. Let's change the energy in the room.
I get wild in the mud. I get loud in the mud. I get down in the mud.
Ooh, that shit is so hard, man.
Yo, son, I've watched that video 15 times.
That's crazy. And I didn't see it, man, because I've been out all day, man. And my guy told me to watch that, man. Yo, that shit is so hard.
Look, give y'all behind the scenes real quick. We had a whole segment ready to go off on this whole Twitter shit. Yeah, we saw that video, changed the whole energy. I was like, you know what? We're not doing no negativity today. We're not giving y'all no space, no energy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do y'all Twitter thing. We're going to be over here just playing that video. Look, man, that is the hardest. That number one before this was that Friday jump. That Friday one that came up. That was hard. But this one right here, the energy. Look, man, I lived in Hawaii for 5 years. I was stationed out there.
Did you? Word?
Yeah. Samoan people as a culture are the most welcoming and terrifying people you'll ever see in your life for 2 reasons. I tell this to everybody. I am a 13-year-old boy in a Samoan family. Those men are bigger than, like, I remember there was a huge fight Pro Bowl weekend, right? There was a Samoan cat. Lucky enough, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little darker skinned, so I could pass off as they're not quite sure where I am.
Right.
And I walked by this dude about 3 steps. I'm still in front of him. Son, this dude was as big as a door. Full solid muscle, abs, the biggest human being I've ever seen in person. Probably about 6'8", 6'9". He was probably like 22 years old. That's just who. But I work with them. The nicest people, most welcoming.
Facts.
I'm saying, like, just
respectful,
kind, genuine,
all that. Yeah,
all that, man. Family oriented, God fearing, great people, man. To have these caliber of kids, and now they're parents. Like when Francis was coming here, I was like, oh, Francisco was coming too. They're so family oriented. Like, you think about, like, to have both parents be able to fly to one city and not have to split to go to Francisco game and Francis game.
Yeah,
that was already. I was never worried about Francisco not coming here. I was like, no, mom and papa gonna talk to you and be like, hey, brother, you gotta be over there. Like, that's just what it is. Have these 2 kids. Like, already got a leader in the locker room in Francisco, right? Yeah. 2 years of college experience. We need that. Already bigger than anything we have on the roster. You know what I mean? He's got to lead these young canes, these young linebacking canes. Him and Najee, you know what I'm saying? Him and Wesley. Him, you know what I'm saying? Him and Marcelius. I think Malik Bryant gonna get too big and end up being on the end. But that's another conversation for another day.
Okay, yeah. So we gotta chop that up. We gotta break this. Yeah.
Whoo! I'm so that video got me so hyped. I didn't even need to drink. Woo,
All right,
that
so
video
listen. From
Let's do it.
Gio,
what's
right?
up? What's popping?
After
Shout out to Gio
speaking to
Milan,
multiple
man.
sources tonight, I'm told the expectation is that Carmani McLean will sign with the University of Miami tomorrow.
Woo-hoo.
That's
Breaking
the
news.
expectation, but
Yeah.
you know how
Yeah.
we do. All right, so talking about recruiting.
Yeah.
We just have Francis and Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll put
And
a
now
question up about
what you got?
Francis playing inside, moving inside.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
Now, question: as a freshman or overall, like throughout his?
I think overall, to me,
Okay.
I think inside would be his best move. To me, you know what I mean? Because, just to me, he's just the body type is just guard to me. You know what I mean?
6'5.5", 330 pounds.
Yeah, but he's not.
He's lower body.
Tackles are right. The tackles are like Samson. You know what I mean? Long basketball type. You know what I mean? Tackle, long arm.
Brian McKinney type. Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have that. You know what I mean? And I know he's strong now. A year in this damn weight room, boy. He gets there in January. From January to August, it's gonna be a wrap, son. He's gonna be picking people up and moving them. You know what I mean? So I think that transit, and I'm sure he's gonna be cross-trained. You know what I mean? Gonna play guard because everybody's really cross-trained on the line, unless you're just a guard, center, or whatever. But
Facts.
I think he'll be moved inside. To me, you know what I mean? But
I'm with you. Okay. All right. France. So you saying I think Francis to me, right? To me, is a day one starter. Just like, and I'm saying like
that's hard on the O-line, brother.
I know, but I'm saying as far as I don't think he's gonna get it because he's Francis McGowan. That's what we told him. I think
he's gonna work
for it. Is at what a lot of these kids are gonna bring as far as their work ethic, right? Because they all come from winning programs. Like, he faced Ruben Bain earlier in the season, right? They went up against one another. I think inside you can be covered a little bit. That's why I wouldn't put him. I'm with you on that. Like, I think most of his weight is in his lower body. I think he's got a huge lower half. You know what I'm saying? That's 330 pounds. You saw the video. He ain't jiggling. Yeah, you know what I'm saying he ain't soft.
And it's gonna be tightened up. It's gonna be tightened up.
It's gonna be tightened up. He's still what 17, 18 years old, so he might get a little taller.
Facts.
Like we have to remember that. Like I told you almost every episode, the young men's size that we bring into this program is different than what we brought. Yeah. So he might lose a little weight, get down to he's 330, he might get down to like 305, 315. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Get that little bit
in the hot. Yeah. Well, he already been down there, but yeah.
Yeah, he already been down here in Bradenton. Bradenton's hot.
Yeah.
Down in IMG. So you bring I'm with you on put him on the inside. I think eventually he might be right tackle.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I think right now that's where we're gonna have Javion Cohen.
Right.
If he doesn't take that left tackle spot, because I think all roster spots, everything's open, right? There's
now. So right now,
yeah.
What 5 are you sending out? Game 1? No, spring. What 5 are you sending out right now? Let's start at left tackle.
I would put Jay just because he's my most trusted lineman. I would put Cohen out there because
I'm putting Zion.
You putting Zion, but I question Zion's injury. Why was he out so much last year? We got to see how he recovers from that. I would put Zion too, right? But I could put Zion at right tackle.
I think if he's healthy, he's coming back. You know, I think he's coming back for a reason. But you know what I mean.
But that if is a question mark to me, right?
Sure.
Like we're saying right now. We don't know if he's going to play in the spring. Didn't play last spring. Played what 1 game, 2 games, all that last season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd put Cohen
at left. Okay, left guard.
it's so hard because we were so bad last year that it's hard to like talk about somebody from the past. Rivers. I put Rivers at left guard.
Okay.
But I kind of want to put. There's that part of me that wants to put Rivers at center. You know what I'm saying? Like to see what he can do there.
I know why.
You see what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
it's
but
hard.
Let me ask. I'm kind of thinking did Lawrence Seymour play center when Rivers was out?
I think Lawrence was a in case breaking case of emergency.
Who played center? Because you remember Rivers was out for 3 games or 2 games or something. Somebody, I don't know if it was Dennis or Lawrence Seymour. It was somebody who
wasn't it Sacapolo?
I don't think he played center.
Who played backup center?
Damn.
Look that up. Look that up while I try to finish.
All right. Yeah, let me know.
My 5. All right. So Cohen left. This is purely what I'm thinking, right? Like I haven't looked into like their size. And I put Cohen left guard. I put Zion. I think that I make my left side a little stronger. Center, I would put Jalen Rivers. Right guard, I would put Francis.
You said right tackle Zion?
I would put either Zion right tackle or left guard to put him next to Javion.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these people are going to be cross-trained. We don't know how Alex Mirabal and Mario judges them on their movement, right? Like, because they probably look at some intricate shit, like how their big toe is placed when they take that third step back. You know what I'm saying? Like they see some shit that who knows how to understand it. So I would put, because of experience, right? Look, you got to think of TVD coming back, got hurt most of last year. You cover his blind side with your 2 most experienced linemen, which would be not, you know what I'm saying, with Javion Cohen didn't allow a sack at Alabama, which is still crazy to me that he was even in the portal, let alone that he's on our roster now and hyping up the squad. You know what I mean? Like all about the Canes. So you put Zion inside, right? Jalen Rivers at center. Who do you have? I would put right guard Francis
Cooper.
That's the name I was forgetting. Cooper.
Yeah,
that's Cooper. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. What about your 5? Yeah, I would put Cooper right guard, right tackle. Then maybe put Francis left guard. Francis left guard. Zion right tackle.
Zion right tackle.
What you got? What's your 5?
All right, so I said it earlier. Zion comes back strong. He's at left tackle.
Yeah.
This is all. Yeah,
my
5 is year.
Yeah, my 5 is depending on Zion's health.
So I'm saying fully healthy. Yeah. Let's say fully healthy.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So everybody's back fully healthy. Right? So Zion's back fully healthy. I got Zion at left tackle.
Facts.
I got Francis at left guard.
Okay.
I got Francis at left guard. He's next to Zion. You know, at center.
It gets dicey, right? Because you don't want to be crazy, but you want to be. Yeah, I know.
I know. I got Zakai, man, as center.
Okay.
I got him.
Right. Okay.
I got him coming back strong. He stayed. Obviously, they wanted him to stay.
Yeah. Okay.
I got him at center, man. I got him showing up with the coaching and the recommitment, the competition.
Got you.
I got him at center. Right,
accepting the competition. Accepting the competition. Yeah,
because he stayed.
I'm with you.
To me, anybody who stayed is ready to get it in. You know what I mean?
Is a rider. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. All right. So right guard, Inez Cooper. He proved enough last year. I think he's ready. Right tackle.
Another freak athlete.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right tackle Cohen.
Yeah. All right.
And I think
the reason why I was like moving Zion around was just because of the health aspect, right? Like if he's 100% healthy, locked in left tackle, going on the right, and I'm with you on everything else you said. Unless
Yeah.
Cooper for sure is my right guard. Yeah. All right. We don't even have to talk about.
So tow truck Dennis was the backup center
Yeah.
when Clark got hurt.
That wasn't very good either. That wasn't very good either. I try to be positive, but let's keep it a buck. We keep it a buck here. We don't have to talk about quarterback. That's TVD. You know what I'm saying? Number 2, Jake Garcia. Kind of wish they would have brought somebody into the portal to compete with him. You know what I mean? To really push him. That still might happen. I saw NMD Canes and NMD Grant from NMD Sports. He has a whole, network over there. I would have said bringing that dude from Ohio State. I like that thought. A little bit, a guy more mobile. You know what I'm saying? That we played against them like 2 years ago in that bowl game in Orlando, I think it was.
Okay.
I'm saying that Spencer, I think his last name Spencer.
Yeah.
Thought he would have been a good option to like have us somebody to contend with TVD. So that's locked in. I'm gonna ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who's your day one starter at running back?
Fam, I have to go off what I've seen. You know what I mean? So
That's all we can go off
right now. Yeah, Parrish until he shows me different. You know what I mean? Because everybody's talking about Citizen. I understand what he did in high school. I understand.
Yeah.
But I gotta see it. My favorite back is Don Chaney. But I gotta see it. You know what I mean? I gotta see it. And he stayed. So, like we just said, he ready to ride. I think he's ready to ride. You know what I mean? Improved O-line play means improved running back play. So
how now? Look, I'll give you this. You have a better memory as far as like the plays and like the players and shit, right? How many of Don Chaney's injuries have been off a tackle, and how many of them have been on non-contact? Because I like Don Chaney. I've been a fan. I really like Don Chaney. A lot coming out of high school. Have yet to see it. I can't be 3 years in and still hoping.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's tough. Like I'll give you Henry Parrish just solely based off seniority and familiarity with the playbook. But look, man, I've told you I'm a wipe the slate clean guy. Citizen, I would love to be there, being a second year, but from all accounts, all reports, that knee injury was way worse than people. You know what I'm saying? Like
what Citizens?
Citizens' knee injury was bad. Like it wasn't just an ACL. There was a couple different things going on in there. I hope he bounces back. That's a big boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I would put day one, right? This is the conversation that we're having. Day one. Day one, game one. I will say Henry Parrish, but already starting to split reps with a Mark Fletcher.
Mark Fletcher? Ooh.
Yeah. Like it's highlighting Chris Johnson. Like that's the name in the beginning. We didn't even mention him.
So Chris Johnson, he's definitely gonna be in the mix.
Yeah.
Because that's the Thunder and Lightning. And if Coach Gaddis is here and he's the old coordinator, I would imagine he would have some things for Chris Johnson, some specialty packages or whatever. I would imagine.
Now, Gaddis did come out of his shell and tweet out how special it is. I don't know if Gaddis might be a twin or not, because he did tweet out that Robbie and Bobby Washington, the picture of them as kids. So I saw that he tweeted that out. He came out of his show because he's been mad quiet. I don't even know I followed him because how quiet he's been. You know what I'm saying?
So are you on board?
Okay.
Are you on board?
I don't appreciate you. I don't appreciate you smiling like that before you're about to ask me a question, man.
Are you on board? I mean, we have to be, right?
Yeah.
But are you on board with Gaddis staying, man? Coach Gaddis staying. Are you on board with that? How do you feel about that?
The positivity that I have in my body right now after the recruiting class we pulled, and On board means like all the way in, like 100%.
I need logic, son. I don't need you to speak from.
I'm trying to like talk
from the
myself
heart.
I still think I go back. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like this is the offense that we want to run, but I don't think he's connected with these kids the way he should have. Okay. And I think that's still my determining factor for him. Like it's not an X's and O's thing. I think his X's and O's do work, but his personality and his culture were the issue, right? Like the way he went about things was the reason why we struggled. It wasn't what he was teaching. Yeah. On the show when I'm saying you were out and I had Jordan on, he asked me that question, and I want to ask you this question too, and we'll go back to this. Kind of like leads in what we were talking about. Like, do you want an X's and O's coach or a culture coach? Because they're two different things, right? Like, like I think Mario's a culture coach, right? I don't think Mario's is an X's and O's guy. And the example that Jordan gave, because he's a big Lane Kiffin guy, Lane Kiffin's an X's and O's, and so is the dude that's at USC now that was at Oklahoma. That's his X's and O's coach. Like, I'm gonna draw these plays up, they're gonna work. Yeah. So what do you think from the year that we've seen? Because I never watch Michigan games. This is all I care about right here. Yeah. I don't watch Michigan. I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what Gaddis is. You know what I'm saying? Because I think when Martin interviewed these guys and talked to them, even if they weren't the first choice, there's something in them he liked, and there has to be a connective tissue there of what he saw in them. So where do you think Gaddis lies as far as the X's and O's or a culture guy as a coach? Yeah,
so for me, I want an X's and O's coach for my coordinators. Like the culture is up to the head coach to me.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that trickles down. The head coach, let's let it be known what his culture is, what he's looking for. And the X's and O's, I want my coordinators to be beast when it comes to play design, when it comes to scheming, when it comes to out scheming the other guy. I want them to be beasts like that. So I need my offensive coordinator, especially, to be an X's and O's guy.
I'm with you.
Gaddis is obviously not a culture guy. You know what I mean? So
no.
I think he's trying to be an X's and O's guy. I think it would help if he didn't coach receivers. You know what I mean? Just let him be an offensive coordinator, you know, and bring in a receivers coach if you could. But yeah, I would rather have an X's and O's guy. I think that's very important. Yeah.
I've been thinking about this, and I didn't want to. We talk all the time, right? Other than when we're on the show. Right. I didn't want to say this when we just talking shit.
Okay.
Okay. Listen, I'm gonna try to say this without just saying the name. There's a situation going on at a certain NFL program right now that has a player that I would thoroughly love to have as my wide receiver coach, and that name is Reggie motherfucking Wayne. They're about to clean house right now.
Where does he coach at?
Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
He's the wide receiver coach at the Colts. One of the greatest route runners I've seen in a UM uniform.
Absolutely.
Without a question. I'm saying him and Andre Johnson. Like at some point you got to bring, like, you don't have to hire every ex-Miami guy, but you have to have a little bit of that Miami aura in the building, not just Mario, right? Because you see it. You saw it with DVD. Like DVD's that aura, but he wasn't on those winning programs, right? Sure. But he had the mentality and the process. You take away Gaddis's wide receiver coaching. As soon as, you know what I'm saying, the culture terrible. They just had one of the worst losses ever in NFL history. My God, though. Only second to what happened to the Patriots. But
facts.
Oh, that was embarrassing. So that stiff arm. Chandler Jones should just put that on his poster on his back wall throughout his entire house.
Yeah.
But you bring in a Reggie Wayne to teach these receivers and let Gaddis just cook, right? In that, because again, like we say, we want, this is the offense Mario wants. Mario wants 50-50. Mario doesn't want 70 pass attempts from TVD to get to 500 yards. Mario wants 350 rush, 350 passing, 265, 280 on the ground, split amongst his running backs. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the kind of offense he wants. So this is who runs it. He can't do both. Just let him cook in the book, call the plays, have Mario sit down with him. Hey man, calm down a little bit. I know you wanted to be the Michigan, which he can still be because Jim Harbaugh might be leaving again to coach the Colts where he played the pro game.
Mm-hmm.
So he might get called back there, but he might have burnt too many bridges. It's a lot of moving parts.
I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it.
You know what I'm saying? So I would keep Gaddis based solely on the fact that can't keep paying coordinators to not coach. And he's already the offense we want to build. And there's receivers that might be able to run it. Like there's still movement on possibly a Dante Thornton to come out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if he's committed anywhere in the time we've been recording because the shit pops off so quick during National Signing Day.
Facts.
So you know what I'm saying? We need that big receiver. You know what I'm saying? Like Kobe Young could be that. Who knows what his development is? But
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you just never know. But yeah, I would keep. Long story short, long-winded as hell. I would keep Gaddis, but I would take away his wide receiver coach, and I would give that to Reggie Wayne when they clean house up in Indy.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I'm a football guy. I understand the injuries. I understand if you want to say lack of talent,
right?
But more importantly, the injuries on the O-line. Like I understand that's it was terrible. You know what I mean? It was a lot of injuries on the O-line. Yeah,
everybody.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you know, my when people say that, you know, I always discuss, you know, the first 3-4 games, the injuries weren't like that. You know what I mean? So, but you know, whatever. If he's here, he's here. It's no excuse this year.
None.
You know what I mean? Not saying we should, you know, run the table, win the ACC, but it's no excuse to look competent. We shouldn't see what was it, 9 quarters of no touchdowns.
Yeah,
we should definitely not see that ever again.
Ever.
You know what I mean? So
every quarter should be a touchdown, at least.
Facts. At least.
Yeah.
Facts. All right. So today we've had 25 people sign letters of intent. Right?
Yep.
3 transfer portal people. Well,
Francisco.
4. Francisco makes 4, I think. Thomas Gore, Devontae Brown, and Javion Cohen.
Yep.
Okay. So,
did you watch?
Go ahead.
Did you watch some Thomas Gore tape?
I did.
I know his competition and all that stuff.
I did.
I mean, like,
did.
It wasn't like I had it in my mind. Like, Georgia State. Okay. Then like you what? Like, okay, he's got some size. You know what I mean? He's got a little bit more size than I thought, and he's quicker because he's so. You know what I mean? What is he like? 270, 280, right? He's a lot of cat. Like, I'm not gonna try and sell that he's gonna replace Darryl Jackson. I thought Darryl Jackson was one. You know what I'm saying? A really solid, complimentary, good DT, and he was gonna be better next year under this program. You know what I'm saying? Family things happen, so on and so forth. But there was other programs that wanted them at a high level, so I'll take their analysis of him to be a good definition of what he might become. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be Aaron Donald, you know what I'm saying, the moment he puts on a jersey. That's ridiculous for me to say some wild shit like that.
Right.
But I was more impressed with his, of course, highlight tape than I thought I would have been if I'm, you know what I'm saying, keeping it 100. I thought his highlight tape would be okay. I was like, all right, he moves a little faster. He's quicker off the ball than I thought. You know what I'm saying? He tackles well. He wraps up. He doesn't just go for the pop. You know, that's one of the things I look for. That's one of my pet peeves. He doesn't just go for the pop and the show off. He wraps up and then he, I'm saying, does his thing. But these are better as far as what they've already done. Javion Cohen is the best transfer porter we picked up without question. It's not even a conversation. 2-year starter at Alabama, no sacks given, and now he's playing for us. Starting right tackle locked in. Francisco Maigoa, possibly starting next to Wesley as an older cat and a leader into that locker room. Really, really solid performance at Washington State the last 2 years. And who's the other one? Javion Cohen.
The transfer portal?
Yeah.
You had Cohen, Francisco, and shit.
Cohen, it was 3. It was Cohen, Francisco, Thomas Gore,
and
Devontae Brown. Devontae Brown.
But I think I saw another D lineman that committed.
I know the kid from Texas A&M went to Michigan.
He went to Michigan State, but it was a cat from from somewhere.
But Devontae Brown, right? Let's talk about Devontae Brown.
Devontae Brown.
Was it Mario broke that down? I didn't know this because 1,900 snaps on defense, only gave up 4 touchdowns.
Right.
Level of competition, he's in the group of 5. Doesn't matter. You get beat on the route, you get beat on the route. We also got to stop talking like the group of 5 don't get some burners too. They were just cats that might have not had the grades. You never know what situation they stayed in. You know what I'm saying? To go to these lower quote unquote lower programs.
Right.
Right. So getting beat on the route is getting beat on the route. Only got beat 4 times for a touchdown. That's big. Again, another leader, older cat in the locker room with experience to shepherd up these young corners that we got coming. Right. If money signs tomorrow with Damari Brown next year, already got a Darryl Porter. Corey Couch is still there.
He is.
Right.
That's your man.
I mean, that, like, I don't want to be. You know what always bothered me? Like, these young men would come in and be better as freshmen, and then just drop, like slowly, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, they would perform better as freshmen for the most part, and then just slowly decline as far as like their tackling, their performance, their endurance, all these things. And that's a direct attribute to coaching and strength and conditioning, right? You shouldn't get worse when you're getting coached up.
Facts.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that. Like, you saw Corey Couch solid his first year. He played a little bit as a corner. He was solid as a freshman, and it just slowly started getting worse. So hopefully he can pick that back up. And none of these young guys will pick up those bad habits from the previous older guys because of previous staffs.
Facts.
So I kind of hope that builds upon itself. All right, so running back, receivers.
But we got at corner though, we still got Chris Graves too.
Yeah,
this cat's waiting in the wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The competition's
Chris
gonna be serious.
Graves, yeah, hell yeah.
Kamari gone to Mississippi State.
Darryl Porter's still there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, older cat from West Virginia. Akeem Messidor still there on the defensive line. So
D line, that's what. So Horton came through.
See what I'm saying?
I think he's going to be a problem. But
that's a big boy.
I'm still concerned about the interior D line. I'm still concerned. I think we need to add some more portal cats.
I say one. I say one.
At least 1 or 2.
Yeah. Now, look, there's been a lot of chatter. Shout out to King Sport. And we talked about it with Azubi. Where would you put Spreeks? Just talking about this recruiting class, where do you put Ruben Bain? Do you eventually move him to the inside if he puts on, or you would keep him outside and that way that Collins Echemapong doesn't get burned, Jane and Wayne, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, we don't know what their expectations and what their what they're looking for in those players, right? As far as size, strength, attributes, and all those things. We could look at it. We could think, yo, man, but you got Collins right there, but Collins might not be doing what Ruben Bain or Jalen Wayne is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we might not see that performance, but we don't know how it translates and how they're grading it out. Where do you just purely look? The ink isn't even dry on the paper. I don't even know if they sign papers anymore. I'm thinking this shit's all digital anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like I bought my house. I didn't sign one paper. It was all digital. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So where, if it was you right now, two questions for you. Is he a day one, game one? Because we probably play a cupcake game one.
Facts.
Day one, game one starter. And do you put him on the inside? Or do you think he's better on the outside? Again, this is a guy who had 60 sacks. I say, to me, I'm going to answer my own question first. To me, he's both.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he's both. Now, where you stand, let me know.
So, he has to prove to me that he can't play outside. Like, he's such a technician. He reminds me of Quincy Roche.
Yep.
Because Quincy wasn't the most, the biggest, the fastest, the strongest, but Quincy's technique was impeccable. Like, and Ruben Bain's technique is impeccable. Like, he uses his hands, his moves, his hand placement is incredible already. As like you said, as a 17, 18-year-old, you know what I mean? So for me to move him inside, he's gonna have to like prove that he can't play outside. For me, I gotta have him rushing the passer. Like he's gonna get there for me. Like if I have confidence in anybody getting to the passer, it's him.
It's him. 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I will put Collins and Jaden Wayne in that because of their arm length in that, like remember like Alan Bailey? Remember Alan Bailey?
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Right?
He looked like a fucking wrestler, a bodybuilding wrestler.
It's not like he looked like he's one of the few people I was like, is he wearing pads? Like I couldn't really tell.
Look like the Hulk. The Hulk.
Yeah, man. I think he put like them. I think their arm length, getting that teaching from Jason Taylor is gonna be good.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it is a different hand placement and how quickly to get your hands up when you got 7 feet of arm length to work up towards.
Yeah, facts.
I'm with you 100% on keeping him outside until he proves he can't do it. Yeah. And that's like a consistently proves, not like he got stopped one time by like a first round tackle and he can't play outside. What are we doing? Which we'll see the overreaction on Twitter fingers. But to me, it's I'd put them if they all develop as they should. Right, not saying that one guy's going to be Jalen Phillips in a heartbeat and all this. It was a Gregory Rousseau. You never know how these cats are going to do. But I would put them inside on like definite third down situations.
Sure,
I'm saying you know what I'm saying, like rotate him in because of his speed, his off the line, his hand. All that technique is incredible. Because he did go inside and outside in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like he was outside against Francis. Francis and him were battling. He still had 3 sacks, but they moved him away on the inside so he could dominate more and put other people. So there's no place on that line that he can't play. Yeah. And having that versatility already, I'm like, I don't have any questions about Ruben Bain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's got that work ethic. He's got the skill. He's got the attributes. He has all that because you can't not have it at Miami Central. Yeah. You can't bullshit and fuck around at Miami Central.
Yeah, they're well coached, man. They well coached.
Yeah. That is a 4 straight time national state champ, national champion once again. Like this is that you can't be like, man, I'm gonna take this playoff. The guy behind you might be better. Yeah. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? You might take that playoff. They put the next guy on. You might not see the field again. Fact. So that competition is different. So Ruben Bain. I like Collins' length. Again, not probably 2 years down the line with him though because doesn't have much football experience. I like Josh Horton's size on the inside. Like I think he can show some. He's already that's a big dude already.
He is.
I think I only say guys in the portal just because I don't want these freshmen coming in and having to feel like that they have to do everything.
Yeah.
And then when we are going to have rough games playing so many freshmen, right? And the games don't go their way, they start to lose that energy. You know what I'm saying? So like I want the older guys, purely selfish reasons, to protect this recruiting class. I want the older cats to come in here and take those bullets for them. You know what I'm saying? And then they can work up to it and then become the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to learn the college game and learn how these coaches want to coach you. I don't want them taking that and then taking the pressure of, we're going to be the heroes. And then when they're not, and this fan base becomes, you know what I'm saying, ridiculous and goes, oh, why aren't you playing him? Or what you did in high school, why didn't you do that now? Not understanding that these cats are now 18 or 19 years old and not giving them time because we just want to win championships day one, game one. And it's not like that.
Facts. So the currently Liechtenstein is still there.
Liechtenstein. I think it's LSC.
Liechtenstein is still there.
Big boy.
Is Moultrie's going, right? Is he going? He's still there.
Antonio Moultrie's gone, but we have Ahmad Moten.
Ahmad Moten is going to be a problem. I think it's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
but
be big for them.
And JHH is still there. That's my guy, man. I don't care what Jared said. If he's healthy, and he ready to go, he's gonna be a problem, man.
Yeah.
So
again, anybody who's I don't give a look. I'm gonna say this as explicit as possible.
Sure.
I don't give a singular of a fuck. Every guy who stayed here is a rider, man. Like let's just
singular of a fuck.
Fuck. Yeah, it's kind of like
singular.
Zero. Okay. Singular. Like just maybe one fuck. Like it's not zero, but just one. Every cat that stayed here is a rider. Like these are cats that the Mario and the staff wanted to stay. And like, nah, man, we tired of this shit too. So I don't want to hear. Yes, you can't stop people from criticizing all this shit. Jared Harrison Hunt has been injured most of his career, and he's still riding here trying to make it happen. Like, give these young men some credit, man. Yeah. Like this whole thing. Here's my little quote unquote rant about it. That whole thing of saying where a guy should go after he leaves the program and getting mad about it. Fam, I only care about this you. Like that's it. I don't care. I don't care if the guy goes to FAU, FSU, UNC, Duke, at Mississippi State. I don't care. If they're not wearing green and orange, they no longer matter to me. I'll salute them, wish them the best on their future endeavors, but I don't care.
You know what you should have put? You should have had the Kellen Winslow. I only care about this you shit.
Does it
from the Tennessee game? You know what I mean?
This is it, man. This is it. Like that's facts. I'm gonna have that ready for the next time because I feel like this is gonna be a constant thing we're gonna be talking about. Fam, I don't care about
this you, man. Yeah.
This you. I don't care about Florida. I don't care about Florida State. I don't care about 45-3. I don't care about 4th and 17. I don't care about any of it. I only care about Green Tree. I only care about Saturdays with the U is on. College football doesn't exist to me otherwise. I could give zero. I don't care about this fan base beefing with this one, that one. None of that shit matters to me. All I care about my recruiting class, who Mario's going after, and when the loafers come out. If it ain't got shit to do with that, I don't care. I don't breathe about it. I don't care about it. I don't waste a second. Not one. Not one, fam. Ever. I just don't do it. Not a single.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him, man. He don't.
Not a singular of a. Let me say it again. Not a single.
All about this you, man. Nobody give a fuck about nothing else, man.
Nothing. You know I don't care about nothing. You see this? This is it. This is it. This is it. This is all it's ever been, man. It's the only thing that matters, man. Fuck everything else.
That's fact.
Look, if
that's Cormani a rant right there. That's a rant. You want a rant? That's a rant right there.
Cormani goes to Buffalo. Cool. I'll never watch you play in 40 degrees weather. I'll never be that guy to be like, oh, he could have been a Kane. Don't care about Justin Flo. Don't care the guys that could have been. They didn't put on the jersey. they don't matter. Done. Like I got nothing else.
Oh, you right. You right.
Who you got
Right.
starting at receiver before we get out of here?
Gosh,
That's my biggest
we need
problem.
more receivers, first of all.
Yeah, facts.
Yet. Listen,
I got nothing. Kobe?
I like Kobe Young. I'm gonna preface this statement by saying I like
God,
Kobe Young.
this isn't gonna be good. Okay, go ahead.
But I need to see Kobe Young turn into a complete receiver. Running nines, which are flies,
Go routes.
Nine route go routes.
Yeah.
Is cool. You know what I mean? But I need to see you, run an in, an out, a slant. You know what I mean? I need to see you get separation and be able to work a DB. You know what I mean? I need to see you be able to work in the zone. You know what I mean? Sit down in the zone and catch the rock. Like, I need to see Kobe Young become a complete receiver first. But all right, so starting at receiver, let's say we got 3 receivers, right? We got a slot and 2 outside receivers, X, Y, Z, right?
No, I'm saying X at the slot.
X at the. I guess X has to be at the slot because of his work ethic and.
Yep.
But yeah, let's say X at the slot.
But you want to put Brashard in there, don't you? You want to put Brashard.
X at the slot. Let's say
you want to put Brashard. Okay, all right.
Let's just say X. Let's say no. I'm sorry. X, Y. X will be the Y. Yes, he's in the slot. So the X. Shit, Frank Lassen's going, right?
No, he back.
Is he back? All right. So I'm gonna say Frank Lassen. X in the slot. The Z.
Jacoby George. You know it's gonna.
Oh shit! Jacoby George is back, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Putting out. He put out a tweet like, "Yo, I forget. It was a couple weeks ago after the season ended.
That's my guy.
I'm gonna show y'all what y'all something along the lines paraphrasing. Like I'm gonna show y'all what I got. He was hurt most of this.
I like Jacoby. Yeah, I like you. That's my guy, man.
He was suspended.
I really
the first couple
think,
games.
I really think I like Jacoby George, man.
I like Jacoby George, man.
I like Jacoby George. All right,
I like the way he is.
So Frank Lassen, X, and Jacoby George.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Ray, Brashard, Ray, and
Joseph, Nathaniel Joseph.
Right, that Bobby Washington.
Bobby Washington. Yep.
Is gonna get some
they're gonna get burned.
Some love.
They're gonna get burned.
But they're both kind of like slot receivers. You know what I mean? So we don't have the clear outside receiver, the Amon Richards threat outside.
Oh God, Amon Richards.
So, but yeah, Bobby and Ray, I think are gonna get some burn, but Lassen, X, and Jacoby.
Yeah, I like Jacoby a lot, man. I like the way he adjusts to the ball. I think he needs to put a little bit of weight on.
I think so, yeah, and I think he will.
I think my you haven't heard this reference before. I have a reference for like players' bodies who are a little bit too smooth. I call it the Tim Duncan. You know how Tim Duncan played for like 20 years, worked out, but his body always looked the same. Like it was just no muscle, no muscle definition and no muscle definition.
He's like Snoop. He's like Snoop.
Exactly.
Snoop never changed.
Jacoby, everybody has their own body habits and stuff like that. But like Jacoby needs a little bit more muscle definition, a little bit more size, not a lot, maybe like 5, 10, 15 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a taller cat. I think he's like 6'2", 6'3", so he could do it. But I got Jacoby, I got X, Restrepo, and then And then last one on the other side, with the backups being like a Kobe Young, and if, you know what I'm saying, if after a recording by the time this post, does Dante Thornton drops the commit, you know what I'm saying? Like from the transfer portal, that could be Jacoby George might have some issues, or Frank Lansing might have some issues holding on to that
We
starting
still got
spot.
Isaiah Horton, right?
I think so.
I don't think he hit the transfer portal. That's my guy.
No,
right
he-
there too.
Yeah, so
That's my
it's
guy.
a lot of look, man. We're talking about starting spots December 21st. So who knows what could happen? Because who knows what people could transfer out, other people could transfer in after spring. The transfer portal is still popping. A lot of moving parts, man. But as of right now, top three recruiting class, according to Gio Milan. Hopefully he's right. Picked up, sealed the deal with Cormani and those loafers, made another appearance on FaceTime or something. Because Mario doesn't stop. Mario doesn't give a fuck what we saying. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You don't
he ain't
care
gonna-
what
he-
we talking about.
he ain't gonna overreact to what Twitter talking about. But you know what I'm saying? Like, this is a level. Look, man, if y'all leave with anything and you listen this long, this recruiting shit isn't what we've ever felt. We haven't seen this before.
Nah.
We haven't. So the overreacting is cool now, but understand, you better get accustomed to this. We're gonna lose recruits. We're gonna gain recruits. Guys are gonna flip, and guys are gonna flip to us. This is the game we're in now. This is big boy hunting. This is big boy recruiting. The shit isn't for the weak.
Facts.
All right, Joe. What else you got, brother?
It
You got
is.
anything?
No, man, just enjoy just enjoy. You know what I mean? Like, we're in different territory right now.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I'm thoroughly happy with the commits we have. I think at D tackle we need some more. I think at wide receiver we need some more.
Mhm.
But I like the secondary, man. If Cormani signs tomorrow, the secondary
Mhm.
is fucking, whew, man. The
Like, you're not
secondary
even-
is ridiculous, son.
Like, just seeing you trying to process what that would be like. Something like, what you're trying to tell me I could have Damari Brown and Cormani McClain.
Man, fam.
Like, those that caliber of player wasn't a thought before for us.
Man. Fam,
Crazy.
it's crazy, man. And you still got Cam and James coming back.
Yep.
And then, Antoine Jackson.
Yep.
I
Robert
think
Stafford.
he's gonna play safety. I think Robert
Yeah.
Stafford. Listen, man.
I know. And this, look, and this is where, like, I can see us trying to get hyped up, but look, man, this is year one, full year one of a recruiting class.
Yeah.
We got time to develop, to get that working, get their bodies right. This is a process. Next year might have some bumps and bruises, man. But understand what Mario's doing in this offseason. Isn't it just a 1 year thing? 2024 is going to be bananas too. We'll be right back here in 12 months talking about, like, yo, man, can you believe we just did this?
Yeah.
We just pulled another guy from Alabama. We fought Georgia off for this guy. These are the conversations we're having now. And we got to get used to it, man. And we got to get
I
used
need
to
to
it.
see it. I need to see what it looked like on the field. I need to see that development.
Mhm.
I need to see a game plan that reflects, the talent we have.
Facts.
I just, but it is. Let's enjoy today. We can't control what's gonna happen in the
Tomorrow.
spring or in
Literally.
August. Tomorrow, right? We can't control what's
Yeah.
gonna happen in the next 5 minutes. You know what I mean? So,
Nope.
So like you were saying earlier, we gonna, spring game coming up.
Yep.
Canes Fest coming up.
Yeah. We're going to be out there, man. We're going to be out there.
Yeah, man.
This
Yeah,
podcast
man.
don't stop, man.
Yeah, we
This
out
podcast
there.
don't stop.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
So,
guys, whatever it is, man,
it is.
remember, there's only one thing that matters, man, and that's the you. You already know. We out, guys. Peace.